Good evening everybody and welcome to Vlogmas Day 8. We are having a festive evening, me and Niall, cocktails, we're gonna make some Christmas tree shaped pizzas and I'm really excited because we haven't done this in a very long time and I thought it would be a really nice video to film with you for our penultimate Vlogmas video. I also feel like it being Vlogmas Day 8 and it being the 19th of December feels a bit strange. It should be like Vlogmas Day 18 technically if we're going old school Vlogmas, but I hope you haven't minded this year it being slightly less with having baby Win and all of that jazz. But I've actually been loving filming Vlogmas this year, so thank you so much for all of your absolutely lovely comment. Look at my rosy cheeks. This is what, 2 vodka, wait let me show you. This is such a lovely drink. The salted caramel vodka liqueur from Hotel Chocolat. I had a little shot of that. The cheeks are rosing. We're gonna have a lovely evening together, and that's what I was gonna say. Thank you so much for your lovely, lovely comments on Vlogmas this year. Honestly, they have just been the nicest, and I just feel like this little family we have on YouTube is just the best thing ever. So thank you for being here. If you have joined me during December, this isn't the last video. I feel like it sounds like I'm signing off Vlogmas. There will be one more video of us just like doing the last preparations for Christmas and getting our turkey, going Christmas food shopping. Will the family be arriving? Maybe they won't quite be arriving in that Vlogmas. Maybe. Might have some of the family arriving. Just really getting down into Christmas time. Harry Potter marathon on. Disney Christmas puzzles that I love to do every Christmas time. I hope you have enjoyed a slightly different version of Vlogmas this year on my YouTube. I've honestly absolutely loved doing this, and I feel like I was quite nervous about filming Vlogmas this year with obviously having baby Win, but it's just been so nice. Here he is. Get in. Just before we get into the making of the pizzas, and actually as well we are going to be answering some questions, so I wanted to do a bit of a tipsy Q&A because we do one every year. Last year I pretended.
What do you mean?
Do you remember?
You pretended to be tipsy?
I was oh yeah, but I was drinking 0% Prosecco. But it's just a bit of a tradition. Here, we were sat by there in Vlogmas.
In Edinburgh?
No, I was drinking 0% Prosecco there too. Today's giveaway. I keep doing them really, really late in the vlog and forgetting basically. Today's giveaway is a £100 Starbucks voucher. I thought that'd be quite nice because all of the coffees, isn't it?
Can I win that, or how do you enter then? What do you have to do?
So all you have to do is give the video a thumbs up, subscribe.
Well, I'm already subscribed, so.
I bet you're not, are you?
Of course I am, Megan. I had to mute you after it.
Savage. And comment your Instagram in the comments so I can contact you if you're the winner. But yeah, that is today's giveaway. But we are going to answer some of your questions while we have some cocktails. This is my current cocktail of choice. Amaretto sour. What have you got? You've got Negroni.
You know what I've got.
He's got an old man drink, that's what he's got.
Negroni. Have a little taste, go on.
No.
No, just have a little taste.
Did you stir that for an hour? Because I think that's what you're supposed to do, isn't it?
No. Who said that?
I thought you're supposed to stir it for ages in Negroni.
No, you stir it. Old fashioned you stir for like ages. 10 minutes, not an hour. Who's got time for an hour of stirring?
That's what I thought you've been drinking all these years.
No, old fashioned is whiskey. I don't like this.
That's honestly what I thought you were drinking this whole time.
I'm not a whiskey man. I like a Negroni because it's the perfect balance of sweet, but it's not too sweet, and it's short, and it's not like super gassy like beer fills you up, and like wine is like a bit, I don't know. Negroni is just really nice.
Can you tell you it's in a cocktail bar? Because I can.
No, but they're actually quite common. Emlyn likes them.
Yeah, but you know, Emlyn's like you, strange.
I like these as well. These are lovely.
We'll have to show them how to make them, because if you want a Christmas cocktail this year, try an amaretto sour because they taste so nice, don't they?
But
there's egg in there.
Raw egg whites.
How is that allowed? I thought you weren't allowed to eat raw egg.
It's like bodybuilders, isn't it? Like, you're gonna get hench. You basically had about 15 protein shakes.
No, I haven't.
Because this is your 20th.
I feel like you don't actually need the egg in there, do you?
No, you do, because that's what makes it nice and creamy.
I'm just gonna change it.
Otherwise,
to find myself that. Put these clips up.
It's just not the same. You need the egg whites. Don't let anyone tell you don't need the egg whites.
Oof, look at these clips. I got them today. Do you think they're festive? I saw them when me and Annie were in town.
Are you supposed to do 2 at a time?
Probably not, but we're doing them.
They're quite like big, you know.
They're quite large.
Maybe just one would. Maybe I should have one and you should.
Anyway, the rosy cheeks are rosing and I need to eat some food soon. But are you ready? Have a Christmas dance?
I'm ready.
Niall's Christmas playlist is on, not mine.
It's not my Christmas playlist.
Yes, he did.
Oh!
Hey, Mr. Churchill, come over here. Can we stop the cavalry?
No one knows the words to this.
Before we get into this, I need to change the batteries on these because they are looking shocking.
Ready?
3,
2, 1.
Oh no, we've steamed it up.
Your clammy hands steaming it up.
Look how much better that looks.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it?
I love these beans. I did them years ago on VLOGMAS and I feel like they just make the room. I never take them down. A bit like our friend Christmas
Well,
time. Our house is forever Christmas.
Do you have them on all year round?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just change the batteries every so often.
So winter wonderland.
Right, guys, let's get the pizza dough out. So we've got this Pizza Express pizza dough to make things simple, much to Niall's dismay.
No,
he
this
does
looks
love
pretty
to
good.
make pizza from scratch though, don't you?
Yeah, but when we get the uni out and I make pizza dough, it does take about 3 days.
Yeah, it does. So we're just gonna make it simple, put some pizza sauce with it, add our toppings, but we're doing Christmas tree shapes. I'm tempted to do a snowman, but I feel like that might be a bit difficult, mightn't it? Do you need to warm it up in the hand? Or you don't want to warm it up in the hand?
220 on the oven. Ooh.
Oh, a bit warm that, isn't it?
Dust work surface with flour. Cut the dough into 2 pieces and
we only need one.
We've got 2 here. Makes 2 pizzas.
We don't need that one for today.
Freeze it.
We can make another
Chuck
one
it in
another day.
Snowing, wonderful time of the year.
Oh my god, it's snowing! Daddy, it's snowing inside. Oh my god. Shanna.
Why do I always go
The
like
whistle.
Why do I always go like that when I'm doing
It's like that weird granddad on Family Guy. Oh, Shanna. Bit of a juicy one to begin. Cue to Niall. Does VJ feel different post-giving? That's a really juicy.
Wow, I didn't have a shot. What's going on?
There's lots of sex questions, but we'll keep
Is
it.
there?
Yeah, because
A lot of people want to know what it's like after.
they do, to be fair, because I think yeah, maybe so that was a woman.
Is it like a legitimate
I think people
concern?
wonder.
Are you alright with that dough, by the way? Do you want? It's not Play-Doh.
Stop!
Oh dear.
As a woman, you wonder if you're going to look different. I mean, the other thing is, it will just vary, won't it, person to person, so we can only talk for ourselves.
Yeah.
But you can talk for you.
I can't talk for anyone else's vagina, only my wife's. Is that what you're saying?
Maybe this is too much for YouTube. Some people's babies watch these VLOGMAS videos.
Babies? Well,
Yeah, I've seen people's stories where their babies watching.
Does it feel different? No, I don't think it feels different. I'm not gonna be like, yeah, fucking fuck it, am I?
Fuck it!
Yeah, like throwing a sausage down a tunnel sort of thing. I'm not gonna say that, am I? Whilst you're stood here, so
You have to be honest, come on. Give
no,
us
I'm
the
being
honesty.
honest. I don't think it's any different. Really.
But I think it does,
to be fair,
it varies, and it may be the third,
but
or
we're
the
having,
second or third. It might be a bit
but we're having
looser than
protective sex, which is not what we were doing before anyway, so, You know what I mean? We're using condoms.
Yeah.
So it's different anyway in that regard. So it's not actually a fair comparison if you really want to break it down and get into the nitty gritty. But I'm sure once we go back to no condoms, it will be absolutely the same and fine. But yeah, no, it's fine. It's great. It's great.
You feel like you're trying to convince yourself.
No, actually, I don't think there's any difference. I really don't think there's any difference. Winnie popped out so quick, didn't she? That's probably.
That's why I'm tall.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I think that varies.
It's all good. It's all good. It's all good.
Can I say though, the first maybe 2 times, I remember I said it felt a little bit more numb for me. For me, it did feel a little bit different, but now it's back to normal.
You never said that to me. No, you don't.
I did.
Oh, it's all coming out now.
I was like,
Meghan just basically can't feel a fucking thing. She's like, are you in?
No. Okay, let's move along. This is too much for the start of the video. Most people have switched off by like the 10-minute mark and all they'll see is that question. How's breastfeeding going? So,
you know what, we should do this.
I'll do a quick summary on this because I know not everybody will be... They can't see what I'm doing.
Oi! Oh,
Oi.
no. Oh no, that's just like a big nipple. That's big.
What have you done? I'll keep this brief just because I know it won't be interesting for a lot of people, but breastfeeding's going well. We now do breast milk and formula, which works really well for us too. So I was pumping and well, I mean, before it was breastfeeding only, but in the bottle as well, but I'm not pumping anymore. So we have now switched a couple of feeds a day to formula instead of the pumping, just because 5 months of pumping evening and morning was just like, I was just getting a bit tired of it, because I mean, my best friend talks to me about this a lot because she just felt like a cow doing the pumping, just because, I don't know, I mean, some people get on really well with it, and I did get on really well with it.
I feel like a machine doing it.
With it quite well for a long time, but 5 months in, I kind of had, it felt like Groundhog Day. Like in the morning I would wake up and be like, oh, you know, it would take me about 30 minutes and then 30 minutes in the evening, and then often in the evening when my milk supply was lower, to get a whole bottle I'd have to like go back to doing it, you know, when my milk had come back through like an hour or so later, and it was just quite a lot on evenings where I just, it's tiring as well, breastfeeding. I think people forget how much work breastfeeding is on your body, and like I read something on Instagram that said breastfeeding, I can't remember how long, maybe a week of breastfeeding is the equivalent of running a marathon, or even a day, I can't remember what it was. Hats off to people that pump, you know, for however long you pump. And breastfeeding is exactly the same, but yeah, we switched it to formula and it's working really well. Wynn took the bottle with formula quite well, didn't she? It took her a little while to get into the new taste, because she'd only had breast milk for like 5 months.
Yeah.
But she likes it now, doesn't she? It just took a little bit of persistence at the beginning, because she would kind of be like, what's this?
Well, she would have like pumped milk cold, but she wouldn't have formula milk cold, would she?
No. But yeah, breastfeeding's still going well. I don't know how much longer I'll do it. I'm just sort of taking it as it comes. I feel like I'll really miss it when I do stop. She's very interested in our food now, so I do imagine we're going to start weaning her pretty much ASAP, aren't we? Oh no, here it goes again. I feel like I'd be really lucky with my breastfeeding journey as well, because I didn't find it too painful and we just got on quite well with it together. And I think a lot to do with that was the initial time at the hospital, because we stayed an extra night just to get a good latch, because she wasn't really latching well when she was first born. And I'm really glad that I did that, because I was really tempted to go home, weren't we? Because we did almost go home because we didn't need to stay in, but then the midwives were like, I think you should stay in so that we can make sure your latch is good. And at the time we were kind of like, oh, we just want to go home, but I'm really glad we did stay.
Yeah, it was good. Good decision.
Because she wasn't latching well. So many different things that can happen with breastfeeding. Some babies just don't take to it well, even if you do stay and teach them to latch. But it definitely helped us with Win.
Or your milk might not come in.
No, and some people have a low milk supply, or they just, their baby has an intolerance, and there's so many different things that can happen. So I feel like we've been really lucky with it, but I feel like we're coming slightly to the end, because I've noticed that she's quite fussy on my boob now, and because she does have bottles as well, there's the risk of them sort of getting used to drinking easily and then working harder on the boob. They can't be bothered, and I've started to notice since she's almost 6 months now that I feel like she's starting to get like that, where she's
too lazy to suck a boob.
Well, they have to work for it when they breastfeed, because it doesn't come as quickly.
Yeah.
And
she does like the look of croissants and pain au chocolat, doesn't she?
Like
basically,
I was having a Lindor chocolate earlier, and she was like,
she was getting grumpy because I wouldn't give her any of my honey on toast. She was like,
I think she's gonna be a
because I was trying to eat it, and as I was lifting it to my mouth, I was holding it, and she was like,
Do you hide that you've had work done, or have you actually not? Have you had any work done, sir?
I've had nothing done, but I'm thinking I've got quite bad crow's feet for my age. I think that's quite bad.
Do you know what? I love crow's feet.
But I think I blame it on my big smile. So no, I've actually not had any work done. I know it's hard to believe, it really is. I know, but you know. Have you?
No, I haven't had any work done. I feel like.
Are you sure? Come on now, this is the time to be honest. Come on, Meggan, come on.
No, you're gonna make it look like I'm lying.
I've made an absolute mess out of that.
No, I haven't had any work done. To be honest with you, I'm too scared that I'm gonna do something and it's gonna like freak me out that my face looks different, because I get nervous about change, and just, I don't know. There are things that I think about, and like, not crow's feet, but the bum chin in between the brows we've got pretty bad.
What do you mean? What? What are you talking about?
I don't know what you're talking
Why
about.
are ours so bad?
Maybe I do have a big arse crack in between my eyebrows. I don't know why ours. I don't know.
We have got pretty
But
bad
again,
bum
we're expressive people. Our faces, you know, do all this and that. Particularly when you go all day we become morons as parents, don't you? Absolute morons. I'm not doing a tree, I'm doing a Christmas pudding. So mine's the shape of a Christmas pudding. No, what? No.
No, this is
gonna be the most drunk Christmas tree. Nah. Oh my god, imagine if she actually did it.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. I was like,
Oh my god, it actually looks pretty good.
It's not hard to do a Christmas tree, I told you.
Right,
It's like
I'll
you
leave
on the
in
other
mine.
vlog. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Meggan just plays her vlogs back just to laugh at me sometimes in bed.
Niall forgets what he does in the vlogs, and then I edit it. I'm always crying when he's in them.
Oh dear.
It's all
That's where the shots are coming in. Oh dear. Ooh. Oh, maybe you saved it.
I think I might have saved it.
Would you be supportive of me getting a transplant?
Yeah, you do what you want, Han. Whatever makes you feel good.
Would you be in favour of it? I feel like...
That's a different question. I mean, I can't imagine you bald because you...
Because of what? Can't say it. A bit louder.
If it made you feel good about yourself, then that's what I think with it. If it makes you happy, then do what you want with your own body. But be honest about it, and I also think about it before you do it, because you don't want to do something off the cuff and then regret it.
Yeah, no, well,
I'm just talking in general.
I don't see how you could regret. I'm
talking in general about work done there.
Yeah, fair. I feel like with men, it's like it's quite a sort of, it's changed a lot probably over the last 10-20 years, where like it's just going to become quite normal probably, because like losing your hair.
But how expensive is a hair transplant? So it might not be that normal.
Well, I think depends where you go. I think.
Well, everyone goes to Turkey, don't they?
Yeah, I've not researched it obviously, but no. But to be honest, I always grew up thinking, like, I think my dad had pretty much lost Or he started to look, you know, like he was sort of almost bald by my age or maybe a bit later. So.
But I don't think that
I was thinking by this age. When I grew up, I was thinking, oh, I'm probably just going to lose my hair.
Oh!
It might recede a bit, but.
Look at my tree.
That is
a great
pretty good
tree.
That's amazing. That is. The only thing is, you're not going to be full, and I am.
Make
you
two.
just.
I'll make two.
Okay, no, make a snowman next, please.
Okay. I don't feel like you're going to lose all your hair though, because I think it skips
I'm
a
not
generation.
too bad. I'm not. I mean, it's a little bit receding, and it's. I've always had a massive forehead. That's the thing. And my family's hairline naturally is like a little bit kind of in the receding shape. But I don't know. Who cares? We'll see. Maybe you'll just have to stick with me being a little bald egg for the rest of my life.
Evil egg.
You still love me, won't you?
Yes, of course I will.
Still call me a dilf?
Yeah, I think you're going to be a silver fox though.
But then my granddad's got
loads of hair. He's got really white, thick hair, isn't he? Yeah. I think apparently it does skip a generation. So if your dad's lost it all, then you're going to be alright.
I think his dad had hair.
Yeah, there you go. Your dad was a unlucky one. This is a good question. If you were one of your pets, which one would you be and why? Well, I would obviously be Bluebell because she's.
And now can I be Badger because he's a disgusting boy. That's basically what that answer is. Right, move on.
Who would you be?
That's what I said.
Well, you and Basil have matching eyebrows.
Now I'll be Badger because he's a disgusting little boy. Seen your star, mate. It's a fucking fail.
Bluebell is like the little queen of the house, isn't she?
Oh, is that what you are then? You fucking, you just threw yourself under the bus there, didn't you?
No, but Bluebell's just like, she does no wrong. Basil's a little toilet brush man.
Bluebell's boring, that's what Bluebell is. Bluebell's fucking boring.
Blue, did you hear that?
She's a bit.
Oh no, she's honestly the most sweet soul. I feel like I'm really big-headed talking. What have you
nice
done?
start.
Okay, so this is how my pizza's looking, and this is Niall's really boring one.
There's your mozz.
So I'm doing mozzarella. We've got the pizza sauce.
So this is a bit of a little bit of a festive challenge for you.
Oh dear, it's all gonna melt off mine.
So because it's a festive pizza, I think that you should have some camembert on there.
I do love a bit of
pepperoni and camembert could work.
Okay, we'll try.
Could be nice.
We've got some andouille. Honey with andouille is really nice. And Niall's doing goat's cheese, I think. And we've got some pepperoni as well. So we're gonna have a little bit of a mismatch. See how we get on. Baby number 2, question mark.
Yeah, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready, I'm ready. I like being a dad.
Oh, I love being a mummy. No, I feel like it's gonna be maybe a little while. The really popular age gap is the 2 years. And me and my older brother, there's 2 years between us, but me and my younger brother, oh no, what, I just ruined it. Oh no, I think I'm okay. Yeah, me and my younger brother are 3 years. If we are lucky enough to have a little bub, it will be more around the 3-year mark. Just because, at the moment, I can't imagine having another baby. Just, I don't know, I feel like it would be really hard to share my heart still. Even though I know that people say your heart doubles, it just, I don't know. I just feel, I would feel a bit bad for baby Win. And also it would be really hard work. So hats off to mums that do 2 under 2, because I have no idea how you do that, because that must be such hard work. But so many people do it, and I feel like 2 years is a nice age gap for siblings. But then I think there's pros to like both. But then when I look at old pictures of Win as a tiny newborn, I do.
I think she looks funny now.
She looks so cute.
I looked at some pictures earlier. She looks funny.
I know, at the time I didn't realise. We were definitely those parents that thought we had the cutest newborn, and then looking back, we were just the parents. She was cute,
but all newborns, just like when they're proper newborn, they just look so funny, because especially when you can compare them, what do they
What do they?
Especially when you compare them to what they're like at 6 months old as well.
Yeah, it is funny when you look back, because I didn't realise how squidgy she was and like scrumpled up she was.
I feel like she's more squishy now, but she just looked like a little sort of old man before. A little bit.
Yeah, maybe squishy's not the right word.
You know what I mean?
When I look at old pictures of her as a teeny baby, I'm so excited to hopefully do that again, because it was just, I know a lot of people don't love that stage, but I think I'm really gonna miss it as she gets older and older. What were your jobs before social media?
I just worked in bars, really.
Before I met you, you worked in Cafe Nero, didn't you? I worked in a restaurant first when I was 13, and then I worked as a barmaid for a few years.
Shop girl.
And I was a shop girl. That was so much fun. I had so much fun being a shop girl with me and my friends that we did it back in my hometown. I have very fond memories of that. And then I was a personal trainer whilst I was at uni. So yeah, and then whilst I was a personal trainer, I also started posting my workouts online and fell into this. That's where my Instagram began, when I was a PT in London.
And that's where my Instagram began.
What do you mean?
I definitely wouldn't be doing what I'm doing if it wasn't for you.
But sure. You've got your own thing.
Yeah, no, I definitely have my own thing, but yeah. I did maybe when I was starting out and, you know, I didn't have a big like number of followers on anything, or that I hadn't even started the Good Bite. Maybe I was like a little bit tetchy about people just being like, oh, you're just...
You never wanted to be just my partner, did you? And I don't think you ever really were. But
no.
I think you worked years to build up to the Good Bite.
Yeah, but also like I just think I just needed to get to a certain level of success for myself to feel like I'd actually accomplished something.
Fun fact, actually, we talked about babies for quite a few years, and a big thing that you always said, I'm sure you won't mind me saying this, no. But a big thing Niall always said was because I think I might have said maybe a year before we started trying for Win, would you be ready to? And Niall said no, because he wanted to be at a point in his career and feel successful in his own right before we tried. Which is fair enough, and that's what we did, isn't it?
But to be fair, I wouldn't say that I'd actually got to a point where I was super like happy with where I was and I felt like, oh, I'm there now, I can have a baby. But I think I just wanted to have a baby, but then when we actually decided that we were going to, things actually picked up a little bit after that anyway, so...
Yeah, and I think it's an ideal to like be in a certain place when you have a baby. Some people don't even have that luxury to... You can't spend your whole life waiting for that perfect moment though as well. No, you can't, and I think sometimes you just have to go for something, whether it's, you know, not even just having a baby, like in general, you can't always wait for the perfect time, because there isn't a perfect time. Yeah. And it wasn't a perfect time for me with my job, that's for sure, because I was in a mess with my brands, and I just turned around and I was like, I don't want this.
It made you change things up though.
It did.
But you kind of knew, like when we decided we're going to have a baby, you kind of like, it's kind of like, well, yeah, you're going to change that though, aren't you? And that's why we decided that we would have a baby. Definitely wouldn't have worked. Imagine that if you're going up like every day. Yeah, no, and my brands were all over the shop back then, and who I was being managed by, it was a shambles. And no, but the reason I didn't get offended, I just couldn't believe it. Someone wrote on a question box on the Good Bite, what do you do? And it's like, you're literally on my page, like,
but some people
I've got a cookbook out, it's like, I've got a website, I put recipes out almost like every other day. Some people don't see
our jobs as jobs.
But that takes up time and...
Well, it is a job, because
effort and it's work.
There's a lot that goes... I think as well, because of the industry that we're in, everyone does different things.
Yeah, everyone works. It's very broad, like, thing, isn't it?
Differently than others. Some people have businesses, some people don't. Some people just take photos, some people do more. And so I think in general, people's view of influencers sometimes is, oh, they just take pictures of themselves.
Yeah.
And some people do that, and, you know, that's just what they do. But
I guess some people don't understand how we actually make money from what we do as well. So they're like, oh, like, she might have not meant it in a way like...
No,
she might have been, oh, what you do is really cool, but how do you make money?
Yeah, maybe she did mean that, rather than what's
I'm
your
sure
job.
that's what she did mean.
But, yeah, I think it's like such a big... It's such a new... I mean, I don't even think it's that new anymore, but it's still one of those things where it's so diverse and so many people do different things within it, and some people work loads and loads and some people don't, and so you just kind of get boxed together as like, oh, they just take photos on Instagram, but there is a lot more. I don't think I could just do that. I think I would be bored out of my mind.
Yeah.
I think because me and Al both come from creative backgrounds of like music, that's what we did and how we met, that like I don't feel like my cup feels full unless I'm really being creative. Money doesn't drive me really, it's the connection to people, it's like the creating things and making campaigns, seeing people wear things you've created is like the coolest thing, and I feel so lucky to be able to do it. And being able to, you know, have that as your job is such a privilege, but there is a lot of work that goes behind it, which I think a lot of people don't necessarily see. So yeah, I don't want to ramble on too much. We ramble too much on each question now. We've done like 3 questions. What made you decide to put Winnie online? Good question, because I feel like it's something that I thought about before she was born as to, and you see everyone talk about this when they are online and they have a baby, and I think you just have to go with what you feel, and that's what we did, because I think before we always said that we wouldn't want like our social media to become based on our children. But I think,
but now I've had a kid, actually, it's actually...
No, they can take over the goodbye.
It's hard not, well, not on the goodbye obviously, but on my personal page it's like...
It's hard not to include
difficult
them because they're like an extension of you at the moment.
I don't post as much on my personal page, but then I really realise, oh, like everything I posted recently is with her, but that it's just natural. But then I do look at it and think, oh, I don't want it to just seem like I'm just using my baby for whatever, so...
You're not using your baby.
No, but like using your baby for content, I don't want it to seem like that.
No.
If I post a picture, I want to post a picture with her. That's the thing, that's naturally what I want to do.
And I think because, particularly while she's this young, she's always with us. Like right now she's asleep, and that's why she's not here. Otherwise she would be here because she's always with us. She is literally an extension of us. We kind of have just said to each other that we're just going to see how it goes, how much we show her. And at the moment, you know, if I vlog our life on my YouTube channel particularly, it would be really difficult to still do that without showing her, because she's like a huge part of our life. And sure, actually, something though that I will say is after I had her, I feel like for a while, I was saying this to Niall the other night, I didn't know how to be just me online anymore. And I think because she was so young, and like in those first few months particularly, you're so focused on the baby. I mean, I still am, but because I don't know, you just become them for a while. And people did say that to me, like, you will just be mum for a while. And for a while I was, and I think it was a bit hard to navigate how to sort of, I didn't want her to be in every thumbnail, for instance, but she was, because she was just always on my hip, and like, yeah. But I think now she's a bit older, I remember how to like just be me on camera again. And you know, when she naps now, because before she had no form of routine, I can come and chat to you where it's just me, or it's me and Niall, and then sometimes she comes in when she's awake, and I feel like I've got a much better flow again of being Meggan online, not Megan's mum. And not that there's anything wrong. Megan's mum. Not being Meggan the mum, Winnie's mum. Not being Winnie's mum.
Olga? Is that you?
Lots of people do want to be a mum vlogger, but that isn't really something I wanted to do. I wanted to still be me, and then my mum side would also show, if that makes sense. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's put this in. Can you see?
It's a Christmas tree.
How good is that?
Very good. I'm impressed.
We have said to each other we won't show anything that would embarrass her. So like if she poops herself, I wouldn't vlog that.
Well, when she gets a bit older.
Yeah, when she gets a bit older, I think, when she starts to become more, she might just say like, no camera, you know? We just, yeah.
Get that fucking thing out my face.
Build a tea on friends who you're less close to since Winnie. I think this is in response to, I shared something about how when you have a baby, you kind of figure out who your real people are. You just realise when you're pregnant and after you have the baby, who your really good friends are.
Yeah.
And like there isn't any tea really. Some people are at different stages in their life and you just have less in common with them and things fizzle a bit. And like for instance, if you have friends that you just sort of partied with, they might not have as much interest in hanging out with you. And it's sad. And there was instances that I was a bit sad about with some friends, but then you make new friends that are in a stage that you're in or are just your real close friends. One of my best friends, Lizzie, is not in the situation I'm in whatsoever, but we've been so close and she absolutely adores Winnie and she's, you know, in a completely different... I love Lizzie.
Well, I love a bit of Lizzie, don't you?
Great Aunt Liz. Her name isn't Liz, by the way. When she was in my VLOGMAS, loads of people were like, oh, Liz is so nice. It's a joke that we have because it sounds like Great Aunt Lydia from Handmaid's Tale.
Is that why you say it?
Yeah. I do say as well, there's this quote that I always go by where...
Oh, seasons and fucking...
Reason, season or a lifetime.
Seasons and beasons and...
You have some friends are for a reason, a season or a lifetime. And I think you do have to kind of remember that with friends. You get different things from different people. And some people, you know, you have a friendship for a while and it's amazing and then it just doesn't last forever and that's just how it goes, isn't it?
Hey, laddie, you want an amaretto? I know, what? They don't do that, do they? What did I do now? Amaretto! Hey, wee laddie, do you want an amaretto, say?
Who changes the most nappies?
Me?
I reckon you know.
Oh, really?
Particularly at the beginning. At the beginning, I think you did.
Did you like that little moment in the hospital? I stood up and I took charge. You know what I mean? I just took charge.
No, but I will say that I'd never changed a nappy until Win.
Yeah, and I actually had, so it was the really first nappy, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We changed in hospital. I was like, oh no, what do we do? Someone save us. And I was like, stand aside, lady. Oh, okay.
Wherever I edit these videos, he listens in and he goes, oh, why did I say that? I kind of had that because I was always breastfeeding. You did the nappies, didn't you? At the beginning.
Yeah.
So we shared the load.
Now she changes her own nappies. So.
What's the biggest obstacle you have had to overcome together since the birth of Winnie?
Biscuit weeing everywhere. Where are you?
Where is he?
Where is he? He seems a bit better, to be honest. But
he had a bladder issue, bless him.
No, but he did have a bladder issue. I don't know whether that's why he's still weird and stuff. So
he might have been stressed by the change, bless him.
What are they getting stressed about the cats? They're not getting up for night feeds. They're not changing nappies. They don't have to deal with a screaming baby. The vet's go, oh yeah, you might be stressed because you've had a baby. He doesn't do anything. He does fuck all. Biggest obstacle
that we faced, I think, is like working out.
Hard work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's tough. Both working from home and raising a baby and being like, we're going to do this 50-50.
Yeah.
But we kind of knew that. We're like, you know, when you go into having a baby and you're both, yeah, we knew that would be the way. But
yeah, I think as well with what our jobs are like is they like every week's slightly different, and some weeks you might be going to London more or have, you know, I might have a shoot with Bluey, or now I might be writing a new cookbook, or, you know, it's dropping it in there.
So
now I might have an event, or I might have an event, or it's just
What's that? Yeah, go on. No, just making your...
Because of that, it's really hard to form a proper routine. And I also think as she gets older, it will get easier with that too, because she's only just really got into a nap routine in the day and a bedtime. And before it was just like a free-for-all, as Niall called it back then. So yeah, I think that's definitely the thing that we're still figuring out together, and we have butted heads quite a lot on over, you know, the few months that we've done it. But we're getting much better at
like
communicating better on it.
I bet if you asked us before when he was born, like we'd be like, yeah, there's gonna be some.
But I still don't think you could ever grasp what it actually is like. Do you both share money? Yes, I guess we do, because we have a joint business account where all of our work money goes into, and we are married. That's
something that I used to get a bit funny about, going back to that last question.
Yeah.
Well, because you always used to, oh, like, we share money. But I never used to want to feel like I was spending money that I didn't, because obviously you were earning a decent amount. I never wanted to feel like I was spending money that I hadn't earned. So I think, like, when I got to that point, that was another reason why I was like, yeah, let's have a baby, because
I feel like Niall's quite old-fashioned, where, in some ways, where I think, and like, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
It's not a man and woman thing.
No, but I feel like you are a bit old-fashioned in that way, where like, you, and I don't blame you, I'm not saying it in a way where it's bad, but want to kind of do things in your own right. You don't want to just...
I don't want to feel like someone else is providing for me.
How do you keep your spark when you have a small baby? You guys are so loved up. Oh, that's cute. Sometimes.
Do people think we're really loved up?
I feel like we do really love each other, do you not think?
No, definitely love each other.
I guess we're quite open affection-wise, aren't we? How do you keep your spark when you have a small baby? It's hard.
To make the most of the moments that you do have together, and that's it, like.
And you have to also remember that it's a season, so even though we have less time for each other at the moment, it's definitely got more since she was teeny, because, for instance, now she's napping, and, well, she's sleeping. So before we didn't have that.
Yeah, it's nice having your evenings back, it's nice.
Yeah, even though I do miss it.
And, I mean, we've not really been out, well, we've been out once for an evening. Twice.
Yeah. Making sure you keep talking if your needs aren't being met.
Yeah.
I think that you have to tell your partner that you want something, and can we do that?
That sounded a bit weird. What do you want to do?
No, we didn't mean it like that, but you know, like if there's something that feels missing to you in your relationship,
yeah, you
can't expect your partner to be able to read your mind. Like, you have to talk about it, and then you can try and meet that need. I think what we do have, which we're really fortunate to have, is a really long history.
Yeah. Because
we have 10 years, not that you need 10 years to be a parent at all, but because we have such a strong understanding of each other from knowing each other for so long. And I feel like one thing that I will say that I do really love about our relationship is both sides, we know how strong our sort of foundation of care and love for each other is. So even when things get hard, I feel like we're both quite confident in knowing that we still love each other. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Well, I really, you know, I love you more than anything. So, you know, I don't want to see you upset as much as I don't want to see Winnie upset. Yeah, we just know each other very, very well now.
We have a really good...
We've known each other for 10 years and we've spent so much time together in that 10 years.
Yeah.
It's actually crazy, so...
I feel like we are really, really fortunate that we found each other. That's something that I did say on Niall's birthday without being cheese. But I do feel like very lucky to have found you in this life. Because we could have not. And not everybody gets lucky with that. Guys, look at my pizza. I don't know what's going on here. It's got a bit of a... What's that? Some crusty bubbles on mine. Are you moving house soon? We'll finish on that one. No, I feel like we're not moving house.
Not soon.
I love this house. Don't you?
Yeah.
We did go and view a house when Win was quite small.
Gosh, look at this. Nduja, pepperoni.
Oh, it's better than mine.
I've got goat's cheese and camembert on my face.
Which was just down the road. Just because, not because we were actually looking to find a new house, but because I sometimes just keep an eye on what's going on in our village, because I sound like a right freak.
Oh no, but we don't really want to move out of this area. Houses don't come on the market that much around this area, so if something really nice does come up, we've always said, you know, we'll go check it out, which we did.
It's such a bad time to get a mortgage at the moment though.
Is it? It was a lovely house and it was bigger than this house. It's way preferred our house.
I absolutely love it here. It feels so at home, doesn't it? The house that we viewed, I was really interested in because it was slightly bigger than this. Not that we necessarily need a bigger house, but it also had a really sort of high ceiling part, which was what I would love. I mean, ideally I'd love a Victorian house, but they just don't have them around here, do they?
No, I swear the places where they are is like London. It was nowhere near like open plan enough for us.
No, and it was quite dark, and I don't love a dark house. This house is very sort of bright.
Like because of the open plan.
Yeah, but it was, yeah, I guess it wasn't that open plan, was it?
Maybe we'll move into like a big barn conversion.
I do love barn conversions.
Because that's where you find the big, long like windows.
Barn conversions or Victorian houses, that would be like my dream one day. And I'd love to have space to make a playroom because we don't really have a room that we'd ideally want to make into a playroom here because we still want to keep a spare room downstairs. Maybe in a few years when the mortgage, the interest rate goes down.
Yeah, we'll move one day.
I don't think we're in any rush because we do
we're
really love it here.
Which is a lovely position to be in.
Yeah, really lovely position to be in. And it just feels so at home here, doesn't it? I think it will be our fifth year nearly. How crazy is that?
We've had a good stint, haven't we?
We're lucky. Oh, listen to this song that's coming at the same time, it's quite emotional. Anyway, I feel like that's gonna be a lot for me to edit to put this up tomorrow, so. Oh, I love this song.
What do you mean?
Who's on the
carry on?
Hand? No, should we carry on having a drink together?
Mum and Dad time. No, not.
Oh, this song reminds me of when I first met you.
Why?
Because it was the John Lewis ad.
What do you mean?
The first year of uni, this was the song.
How the fuck do you remember that?
Oh, I love a John Lewis ad. John Lewis has gone downhill in 10 years, I'll tell you that for free.
Don't like the Venus
flytrap, what is that? I could love you and leave you and carry on listening to Lily Allen. John Lewis, oh, that was such a good ad. Do you remember the bear in the hair? We will see you for the final Vlogmas, probably in 2 days.
No way.
How crazy is that?
It's gone too quick.
It has, because we haven't created that many videos this year. I feel a bit bad.
Fucking slacking.
Oh, shush your mush. Where was your help editing?
Call it a Vlogmas. Go buy my cookbook. You're gonna link it?
We don't.
You're gonna link it?
Do you know it's been linked in every Vlogmas because I've copied and pasted one of them where it was in it.
Has it?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why I love you. That's not why I love you. That's one of the reasons because you're so supportive.
Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're all okay, and we will see you for the final Vlogmas on hopefully Friday if I get the edit done in time. It's the final countdown.
Right, so.